It's time to go over my top 10 running backs for week 10. We're going to get right into the video. Here at number 10, we're talking about DeAndre Swift. This is a running back that started really slow to begin the season, and now he's really starting to ramp up. Now we even see Khalil Herbert being traded away over there to the Bengals, clearing the room up a little bit even more for DeAndre Swift, only having Roschon Johnson really to worry about behind him. But DeAndre Swift is getting all the carries in this backfield. There's nobody really competing to him right now to being the man. The biggest problem that Swift has is he needs Caleb Williams to hurry up and grow up and be a better quarterback, so that way Swift can kind of move around and do his thing as well. But this week, they're taking on a Patriots defense that ranks 28th against opposing running backs. He is the clear number one running back into this backfield, and he's going against a Patriots defense that they can actually expose. He just needs Caleb Williams to stop, I'm gonna be nice, stop messing up, right? So that way he can develop into a better running back himself. I mean, he's able to get the job done. He's able to run all over the field. We saw it this season. He's able to hit the hole running really strong and give you good fantasy outputs. Again, we need more from this offense, right? The defense is already pretty good. We just need more from the offense, so that way DeAndre Swift can make consistent runs each and every week to give you good, solid fantasy outputs. But I do like him here in week 10 for my 10th running back. Coming here at number 9, we're saying Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, that's kind of crazy in the top 10 list in any given week. Jahmyr Gibbs is all the way down at number 9. I mean, that's how you know the running backs are starting to do really well. And overall, for the running backs for the entire season, have stayed pretty healthy, pretty consistent. But I do like myself some Jahmyr Gibbs. Very, very electric and can shoot and score a touchdown from 40, 50 yards out any given game. My biggest issue, and I tell you guys almost every single week at this point with Jahmyr Gibbs, is that he has David Montgomery, on the other side with him, right? If he was by himself at the bell cow for the Lions, man, it'd be hard to keep him out of my top 3. I ain't lying to you. But this week, they're taking on the Texans defense that ranks 4th against opposing running backs. He's looking extremely electric as of late, and he's going against a team that's kind of good against the run, but they're going to need him to kind of keep pace, right? The Texans are a good, formidable team. Even though they are missing some of their stars in the wide receiver position, they're still a good football team, and they have a good running back over there in Joe Mixon themselves. So Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be needed to be able to make some nice plays for them to make sure they stay in it and to be able to come away with the victory. But I do like Jahmyr Gibbs as my number 9 running back on the week. We right here at number 8. We're going over the other running back in this same game, Joe Mixon. We just mentioned him a little bit earlier. He is really man. They are running the living dog dookie out of this guy, and I love it. He is being able to produce some solid fantasy numbers. I mean, almost like prime in the Bengals type of numbers. He's doing really, really good. But this week they're taking on that Lions defense that ranks 6th against opposing running backs. His usage through the roof at this point, right? And I think the biggest thing is volume is key in fantasy football, especially when it comes to the running back positions. And there's not many running backs getting near the volume that Joe Mixon is at this point. They're giving this dude the football so much, and with the injuries to Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins, I think they're really leaning on Joe Mixon even more to produce for this offense. Man, Joe Mixon, he's going to be phenomenal. And this week, I think he still has a good week. Even though it's going against a defense that's really good against the run and the running backs, I think he's still going to produce just based on the amount of volume that he gets alone. So, do like myself some Joe Mixon here in week 10. Let's move right along here. At number 7, we're going Breece Hall. This is another running back that's getting a lot of workload. Again, I said it a few weeks back, but once they switched over offensive coordinator, got rid of that head coach, man, they are really using and focusing on the run, and that's helping Aaron Rodgers out quite a bit, saying, hey, look, Aaron Rodgers, we know you're the man, we know you're the GOAT, blah, 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 blah. We don't need you to throw the football all the time. What we're going to do instead, we're going to hand the ball off to this horse that we have back here called Breece Hall and make your job a lot easier, and that's exactly what's happening to this offense. But this week, they're taking on a Cardinals defense that ranks 25th against opposing running backs. He's getting 15-plus touches a game. Right? You love to see that from Breece Hall, right? He's able to produce when he's getting the ball. Earlier in the season, he wasn't really doing much because he didn't get the ball. Right? A lot of people are kind of, whoa, is Breece Hall over? Was he kind of a fluke? Was he kind of like a one-year wonder at this point? No, Breece Hall's really good at football. The thing is, he just wasn't getting game planned around, and he wasn't touching the football because they just wanted to give it to Aaron Rodgers, let him sling the ball. Well, look, Aaron Rodgers, Mr. 40-year-old, bro, you're not what you were back then. Right? So you still need some help. And by help, I mean give the ball to the running back and let your job be a lot easier. That's what they're doing. Love myself some Breece Hall here in week 10. Moving right along here at number 6, we're going Alvin Kamara. Boy, is he the almost... he's the show over there with the New Orleans Saints. With all the plethora of injuries, you know, whether it's with Chris Olave, whether, you know, it's Rashid Shaheed, all these guys, there's no more weapons out there. Even the running back room, Kendre Miller and Jamal Williams, there's nobody healthy, right? But the one person that's standing here with a new contract would be Alvin Kamara. He's doing everything for this offense and for fantasy football, and you love to see it. This week, they're taking on a Falcons defense that ranks 11th against opposing running backs. He is truly the last man standing in this entire offense. And I mean, Clint Kubiak is really scheming the games around him. Even we saw Derek Carr come back last week. Derek Carr had a pretty good game, but so did Alvin Kamara. They ran the ball so much, and if they're able to get a lead, Alvin Kamara can go absolutely bonkers, bananas, crazy, right? And you love to see it from a running back like Alvin Kamara, and having him way down here at number 6, that's crazy to think about. That's how you know. I think this week I'm very high on a lot of these running backs. I think people are doing the damn thing, and I'm loving to see it. Easily Alvin Kamara here at number 6 for me. Move right along here at number 5, Devon Achane, right? This is a guy who really was kind of struggling without Tua. He started out the season pretty good. He had a big lull when Tua was out. Tua came back. Now you see Devon Achane really ramping it up. Doesn't matter that Raheem Mostert's in the mix. I think that Devon Achane is the man for this offense. This week, they're taking on a Rams defense ranks 19th against opposing running backs. He's really exploding, like I said, after Tua came back, right? And he's an electric player himself. Now, I have to say, you know, I was one of those guys, because of his small frame, how little of a running back he was, I was really worried about his production, him being able to stay healthy. He has proved me wrong this season, and I am not ashamed to say it. He's been able to stay healthy, and he's electric. His problem is he needs Tua to stay healthy, and that may be a task that is pretty hefty at the moment, right? But Devon Achane, he's doing Achane, who knows how to, I think it's Achane how to say his name, but he's the entire offense at this point. And that's crazy to say with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. But right now, they need this running game to be persistent, to be able to keep people off of Tua Tagovailoa. That's why they're giving this guy the ball so much, and he's able to produce at a high level. I love myself some Devon Achane this week. We're moving right along here at number 4, Kyren Williams, the guy who probably gets more carries than anyone, who plays more snaps than anyone on offense almost at the running back position. The dude is doing crazy right now, having great numbers, and even with now he has Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back, which only helps Kyren Williams that much more. This week, they're taking on a Dolphins defense who ranks 27th against opposing running backs. He's getting a crazy amount of workload like he does every single week. He is a workhorse. This is another thing that I got wrong in the offseason. I thought Blake Corum, the running back out of Michigan coming along, was going to kind of take over some of that workload from Kyren Williams, but I was sadly mistaken. They are not worried about any running back except for Kyren Williams. He's getting a ton of workload, and that is amazing. When you get that kind of volume for fantasy football, he is going to consistently be a top running back for you week in and week out. I love myself some Kyren Williams. Coming here at number 3, I have Bijan Robinson. I think he has a great opportunity this week, and they're using him a lot. I mean, they are really giving this guy a big workload, even with Tyler Algier on this roster. This week, they're taking on a Saints defense that ranks 26th against opposing running backs, and he's really starting to be featured quite a bit into this offense. I think Kirk Cousins is starting to flourish a little bit with his pass catching options. Darnell Mooney's really coming in his own. Kyle Pitts is starting to do some things, which is really helping Bijan Robinson become an electric force that we all thought he could. Now, is he living up to the number 1, number 2, number 3 overall pick in fantasy drafts? No, I don't believe so as of right now. Bijan Robinson's kind of hurting a little bit, and that's okay. It is what it is, but I think this week he kind of gets a little bit of get back going against the Saints defense that's really struggling at this point, right? They just lost a lot of people. They just traded away Marshawn Lattimore. Secondary is completely depleted. Offense can't get anything going. The injuries all over the field. I think Bijan's going to have a nice workload this week in week 10, and it's going to be great to see, right? Fireworks in the making. I have him easily here at my number 3 running back for week 10. Move right along here at number 2. We're going Derrick Henry, right? I mean, he's always number 2 or number 1. He's up there all the time. He just should run over everybody. He's fun to watch. He's great to have on your rosters, and I'm telling you, he can just get the job done. This week, they're taking on a Bengals defense that ranks 10th against opposing running backs. But like I said, he's an absolute man-child, and it doesn't matter if they're in the top 10. I don't care if you're the number 1 rush defense, number 2 rush defense, it doesn't matter. Derrick Henry is a man-child of his own. There's no other running back in the NFL like Derrick Henry, and he can run over everybody. He is completely matchup-proof. I don't care who it is. He's going to get his yards. Now, he's going to put up some crazy numbers. I mean, he's averaging like over 150 yards rushing a game. Crazy. Bonkers. He went over, 11 rushing touchdowns already on the season. He's doing absolutely nuts. I love myself some Derrick Henry. Easily number 2 for me. He's a set and forget it. You got him on your roster. You put him in your lineup. You're not even thinking about it. No analysis needed. And talk about another running back that don't need analysis at number 1. We're talking Saquon Barkley. This is a running back man, has he taken the whole league by storm at this point. We knew he was good when he played with the Giants, but now you put him on a good team with a good offensive line, you're able to really see what Saquon Barkley can do. This week, they're taking on a Cowboys defense, ranks 30th against opposing running backs, continues to absolutely dominate this backfield in touches. He dominates everywhere, right? We saw, did you guys see him jumping over that defender backwards last week? Who hurdles backwards? Well, Saquon Barkley does. He's that good. He's athletic. He's got the ability to get the job done. And he plays for an offense that's going to run the football a lot. So that's why Saquon Barkley is the number 1 running back here in week 10. So, guys, make sure you hit a like button. Hit a subscribe button, right? We're pumping out so many videos each and every week to help you guys set the best lineup possible where you can ultimately win a championship. That's what we do here at the Bayou Bingo Fantasy Network. Most of you guys watching the video right now, if you made it to this part of the video and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button, guys. Rock these videos out. Help yourself. Help me help you at this point, right? Make sure you guys hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Who in the top 10 do I not have in here that you think belongs in the top 10? Put it down in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.